The Prime Minister hinted this week that the government's prepared to withdraw the United Kingdom from the European Convention on Human Rights if it prevents flights taking off to Rwanda. Is that on the table?
Well, the Prime Minister is absolutely determined to make sure that we deliver on that commitment to stop the boats. The Rwanda policy is an important element of the deterrent, and we won't allow the European Court of Human Rights to stand in our way of doing that. And that is an indication of the strength of the Prime Minister's feeling on this.
Deputy Prime Minister Oliver Dowden this morning refusing to rule out the UK joining Russia and Belarus as the only European countries outside the Human Rights Convention. Just think about that. It follows this from Prime Minister Rishi Sunak earlier in the week.
I've been very clear that I wouldn't let a foreign court block us from sending flights. Securing our borders and controlling illegal migration to me is more important than membership of any foreign court.
The comment was seen as Mr Sunak's strongest hint yet that he could back leaving the ECHR in the face of pressure from right-wing MPs. Now, let's just park on a shelf for a moment that despite an appalling and deliberately inflammatory and divisive choice of language from the Prime Minister like this,
foreign court, foreign court.
The European Court of Human Rights is not a foreign court, it's an international court which we signed up to. Just watch this.
The Prime Minister set out. Look, he's set out a position. He's set out a position that he's not going to let the European Court stand in his way. I think that speaks for itself.
That was the UK Deputy Prime Minister smiling and laughing as he continued to rule out the UK leaving the European Convention on Human Rights, a convention which protects the right to a fair trial, freedom of assembly and expression, the right to participate in free elections, freedom of religion, freedom from discrimination, the right to privacy, freedom from torture and degrading treatment. Where is the shock? Where is the outrage?
So we would, it is open, it is possible that we could come out of the European Convention on Human Rights sometime before the next election.
That we are even having this conversation is complete insanity. We're already facing a democratic crisis in the UK as Sunak's completely out of control government shuts down accountability in Parliament, through the courts and on the streets. According to International Human Rights Watch, the UK could soon make the list of countries that abuse rather than protects human rights, thanks to this government's outright onslaught on the rights of its own citizens. Just think about that. And any argument we can just leave the ECHR and create our own Bill of Rights presupposes we can actually trust the government with our human rights in the first place, which by now even Larry the cat knows we can't. Handing our human rights over to this lot would be like handing a kitten over to a hungry crocodile.